Before this video begins, I would like to make a quick disclaimer that everything in this video is my opinion. Please don't take anything I say too personally. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so basically, I just got done editing, so to speak, and you can tell when, like, for example, when I say P, like the puh, I don't know what it is. My microphone just doesn't pick it up. Same thing with B. So please bear with me. I will try my hardest to make sure this never happens again. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, ladies and gents, this is it. My first video. Applause, please. Thank you. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. This is Who Has It the Hardest in Avatar The Last Airbender. Please enjoy. Alright guys, to start things off, we have Aang. Aang doesn't really have a family because, he had a family, but they died. He doesn't really have any peers because, he's went 100 years in the future, which is actually my second point, which is that he goes 100 years in the future. Could you imagine, having to time travel 100 years in the future, all your friends and family gone, your nation completely wiped out? That would just suck. So, now we get kind of towards the part where Aang is the Avatar. You see, Aang has to master all 4 elements. And what I can assume is only 6 months, because they say it's from the winter solstice to the summer solstice is when he defeats the Fire Lord. And in our reality, the winter solstice is on December 22nd, and the summer solstice is on June 22nd, and they're 6 months apart. So I assume Aang has 6 months to master all 4 elements. Now, here's the thing. All the avatars before Aang, I'm assuming, maybe more, maybe less, that they all had about 5 years to master all 4 elements. Now, think about it. Aang has to learn them all in 6 months. That is nearly, I don't even want to do the math on that. That is a completely shorter time. And not to mention the fact that he's only like 10 or 12 or some crap like that. I don't even know. All right. So you see, the Avatar is this is still from the same point. The Avatar is usually told when they are 16, I believe, if they are the Avatar or not. Aang was told when he was around 12, I believe. I don't know. I haven't seen the show in a while, but that's my belief. Okay, you see, that's the reason. Think about it. He got trapped in ice for 100 years. That's crazy. Anyways, just go to the next point. So the next point is Aang died. He's dead. He died for a second. So I assume that's pretty tough, especially since it was by electricity. It's probably gotta hurt. Anyways, next point. Aang's friends, so Katara, Sokka, Toph, they're pretty much always in danger. Now, I know they can handle themselves. That's not what I'm saying. Them being with Aang puts them in danger because everyone wants to track down Aang. Now, I'm not saying, sure, they could leave anytime they want, right? Wrong. You see, there was an episode in season 1, book 1, where Katara and Sokka found a map, and it said that their father was there. And if you don't know, they haven't seen their father in a while. So let's get rid of Aang and go to see my father. And Sokka was like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. So they did that, right? They left Aang because he's untrustworthy, and they went to get their father. Now, June tracked them down and actually put Katara and Sokka in danger. And if it wasn't for Aang, they probably would be dead. So it's probably a good thing that they're with Aang, so they probably won't leave, but they're still always in danger. So yeah. With that being said, let's move on to Katara. Alright guys, so I know I said we were going to move on to Katara, but I would like to bring up one last thing, and that's poor Aang gets his name pronounced wrong. in the live action movie, and it must suck because they call him Ong like the entire time. Just, I don't know why. All right, so with that being said, we're gonna move on to Katara and her points. And the first one is that she is the only waterbender in her village, and so I mean, like, what else do I have to say? There's no teachers to teach her waterbending. There's no family members to teach her waterbending. No one. She's special. She's the only person with this ability, and she doesn't know how to control it. Now, if it wasn't for Aang, she probably would never learn how to control it. But now that we've got that out the way, we have to move on to the second point, and that's, I mean, Aang. It's pretty much about Aang. You see, for a while, Aang was always better than Katara at waterbending. And most of the time, this made Katara really jealous. And I mean, like, of course, she'd be jealous. Like, her only contribution, I would say, to Team Avatar is her waterbending and her being a love interest. Now, take away the waterbending, that leaves her as the love interest. I don't know about you guys. I wouldn't really want Katara. I mean, low-key hot, but, like, nah. Okay, but, I mean, we're going to have to go on to the next point. You see, I mean, I know I've said that a lot. Just shut up, okay? So, you know those videos that you watch on YouTube that are, like, 22-year-old and a 60-year-old man are dating or married, in fact. Like, think about this, right? I did some research. Aang and Katara got married when they both became adults, which means Katara would be 20 years old when she marries Aang, a 118-year-old. Do you realize how wrong that is? Like, he 118. That's what, 92 years older than that's crazy, bro. Crazy. And I know what you're saying. There's going to be that one guy in the comments who's like, but he's not actually 118 because he was frozen in ice. Wrong. He's been alive. He was alive in the ice, so he's been alive for 118 years. Biologically, he's 18. But his age is 118. So, it's kind of messed up. Wait. There's other things that go with that. We're not going to go into detail. Like the fact that Aang was dating Katara when she was like 14, which means he was 112, which makes that not okay. We're just gonna move on. Alrighty then. Next up we have Sokka, my man. And I gotta tell you, it must suck being the only one in Team Avatar who doesn't have a power or a bending ability. Like, and up until the last season even, before Sokka got a sword, he was known as Boomerang Guy. And I'll be honest with you, that's not very helpful in battle, having a boomerang, because, like, I know it always comes back to him, but, like, what if it doesn't, you know? And that would suck. So, must have been a real struggle for him. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to say this. Sokka is the comedic relief. And I probably butchered that pronunciation. But we don't talk about that. Anyways, he is meant to be silly. So most of the things that he says probably won't be taken seriously because they're meant to be silly. Okay, do you understand? Good. You see, there's some times where he's serious, like when he's rescuing his dad from the prison in a volcano for some reason, because that's smart. I don't know. But, yeah, that's pretty serious. I mean, don't get me wrong, okay? I love Sokka, okay? He's my favorite character in the whole show. But, yeah, sometimes he can't be taken seriously. Here's the thing, right? Sokka has a rough life, okay? The first thing, in fact, we ever know about Sokka is that his mother died. That is the earliest moment we have of Sokka. And after his mother dies, he wants to do everything he can to help out in this war. And his dad won't let him. He's not old enough to go into war. He's not old enough to do battles and stuff like that. So that's got to suck right away. Then, Sokka, the incredible stud that he is, manages to date the princess of the Northern Water Tribe. Okay? The princess. The one who's super hot with the white hair. Her? Yeah, her. Yeah. Right? And then, she turns into the moon. My guy, Sokka. That's gotta suck for him, I'll tell you what. And it just, I mean, that flows perfectly into my next point I have here for Sokka, and that's that Sokka's love life sucks. Now, I'm not saying that it sucks as in he can't get a girlfriend. I'm saying it sucks because he has too many girlfriends. Let me explain. Here's a brief summary, okay? Yue turns into the moon. Sokka is never around with Suki, except Suki is his actual girlfriend, and they don't really get together until the last season. Toph likes Sokka, but doesn't tell him. And while we're on that, there's some videos I saw on YouTube that actually state that Suki and Sokka broke up, and that it was actually Toph and Sokka that did some things and passed on the family secrets. But I mean, that's kind of crazy to think about. And then we do have one last person that most people think about or forget about. I mean, Ty Lee. Ty Lee said that Sokka was cute a couple of times, and I don't own any of the comic books. I don't even know if they're called comic books. Probably called graphic novels. I don't own any of the ones for Avatar, but if my memory serves me correct, I'm pretty sure there is a graphic novel where Ty Lee actually tries to steal Sokka from Suki. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember, but we're just going to say that that's what happened. And so, yeah, but here's what I mean by his love life is tough, right? He has to figure out which girl he's going to end up, So, yeah. Just it's a bit awkward now. Just talking to myself. Should probably move on. Here I am. Alright, I'm moving on now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We have the one that everyone is waiting for and probably commenting about right now. Zuko. That's right, you heard me right, Zuko. I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, wait a minute. How could Zuko have it tough at all? There's nothing tough about him or nothing hard about him. Well, I made a short list here. I'm just going to order them. I'm just going to say them in order and not really explain them that much. So here we go. His mother is the only one that loves him. Despite him being the oldest, he doesn't get to be Fire Lord. He has to fight his father in Agni Kai. He gets his entire left or right side. I'm not really sure. It kind of changes a lot in the show of his face burned. He gets banned until he finds the Avatar. Now, keep in mind, everyone thought that the Avatar was never going to return at that point, so they pretty much banned him for life. He's always angry. Okay, he's always angry. His sister betrays him so many times. He can't shoot lightning. He has a mental breakdown from doing the right thing, and everyone hates him. Did I miss anything? So comment down below, because I don't think I did. Now, despite everything I just said, he somehow becomes one of the most loved and most helpful member of Team Avatar. I'll be honest with you, he might be my favorite. I don't know. But this brings us to our final candidate, Azula. Alright, guys. So, I know what you're thinking. Everything comes easy to Azula. Zuko says it himself. He even says that he was lucky to be born and Azula was born lucky. So that's pretty crazy right there. But what people don't realize is that she is 14. I am 14. She is 14. Now, I gotta tell you, she looking fine. But I mean, like, other than that, bro, she is like one of the most powerful 14-year-olds I have ever met. She has the ability to control entire nations. But at the age of 14, that is crazy, dude. And not even that, she is so strong and her bending is so strong that the fire is blue. It is blue fire. She is the only person I've seen. I think there's one other person that has blue fire, other than the dragons, of course. But, they're dragons. So, yeah. She is so fearful. I'm sorry I said on there. Just forget that I said that. But she is so fearful that she can control the Dai Li. The Dai Li have freaking rock hands, dude. Like, it would be so easy for them to stop Azula, but instead they're feared of her so much that they don't. And that's crazy. In fact, one of the things about all this that kind of is a tough point for Azula is that all this pressure actually causes her to have a psychotic breakdown. And it ended up putting her in a mental institute. So there's that. Like, that's pretty crazy. She's pretty psychotic, huh? I mean, other than that, there's not much to say about Azula. But there is one thing, like how, her own mother didn't even love her on the Emperor Violent episode that no one really cares about, because in that entire episode, all it is that Ty Lee is hot, May is moody, Zuko doesn't fit in, and Azula is the demon queen. That's pretty much it. But let's move on and let's figure out who the winner of these candidates are. Alright, before we get to the winner, let's mention a few runner-up candidates. So people that I thought maybe it would be a good idea to do some tough points for, but I didn't. And these people include Toph, Iroh, May, Jet, and even Appa. That's right. I was going to do Appa. And while we're on the topic of Appa, did you know that Appa played freaking Kirk Connors in The Ultimate Spider-Man, and he played Perry the Platypus, bro, and Phineas and Ferb. That is nuts. Now I gotta tell you, that's not the crazy part, right? You should see the other stuff that he does. You should see the other stuff that, like, the other actor. You know what? I should just make a video on Avatar cast and what movies they're in. Because let me know if you guys want to see that. Because that'd be pretty fun to make. I mean, I've already have the list and stuff. If you just want to crack that open, just let me know. Anyways, let's figure out who the winner of this contest is now. Alright, guys. The winner, without a doubt, is... I mean, this is quite surprising. I'm sure no one saw this coming. Aang. That's right. You heard me. Aang. Not Zuko. Aang. Because while Aang had Avatar Roku, Zuko had his uncle Iroh. So Zuko kind of had it easier because Iroh was always there for him, unlike Avatar Roku for Aang. Now, Aang, he's the clear winner, okay? Just take a second to think about it, okay? He has to do a bunch of stuff he didn't want to do. He never even wanted to be the Avatar. And he was going to be forced to leave his home, leave his friends, leave Makiatsu, and go to one of the other directional air temples that I don't know. But then him being so saddened by this thought actually takes his bison and flies into a storm and gets trapped in ice. Now that's pretty tough, isn't it? He gets trapped in the ice for 100 years. Then he has to come back to his home only to find everybody dead. And it's gotta suck. I'm gonna be honest with you. And now that we got done with that, just think about it, right? There's other things too that make sense. Like how he was trapped for 100. Do you realize how long 100 years is? And when he comes back, he's being hunted by everybody. I mean, everybody wants him dead, bro. Zuko, General Zod. I mean, Zhao, yeah. Zod. Uh, Dang. Anyways, he just, it's not fair to him. Okay, he's a monk. He was taught never to kill. And one of his things that he has to do is kill people. Or not people, but kill the Fire Lord. Okay? And the other thing is he's not allowed to have worldly worldly dang it, worldly possessions. There you go. So one of these worldly possessions would be cough, guitar cough, his nice staff that he keeps with him, right? Okay, anyways, so he has to let go of that staff in order to achieve the avatar state. Oh my god, the avatar state, which he needs to defeat the Fire Lord. Okay, simple. No more mistakes. No more voice cracks. Hopefully. Anyways, he has to kill the Fire Lord, which I already said about 4 times now. But if you just think about it, he's a freaking vegan, okay? He's literally doesn't eat meat because he knows that all life matters. And he has to kill the Fire Lord. That's crazy. Alright, guys. Well, with that being said, that's all I got for today. So, I know I'm a bit of a crap YouTuber. Kind of suck. It's only my first video. Give me some slack. Not really good at editing or baking cake, playing sports, getting girlfriends. I'm pretty lonely. But other than that, I would really appreciate your support. So you might want to hit that like button. So until you hit that like button, or if you did hit the like button, or if you didn't, and you hit the dislike button because you dislike being killed by me or something like that. I don't know. I would suggest you sleep with one eye open, something like that. But if you hit that like button, then I will see you next time. And if you didn't, I will still see you next time because I know you subscribed. Because I know you want to hear some more of this yumminess from me, So yeah, I'll see you next time.